Good morning, brothers and sisters. Welcome to the Heavenly Asia Pacific Chonbu Branch online education program. The title of our topic today is Mind and Body Unity. This is part 7, and this topic is entitled How to End the Never-Ending Story of War. There was an Anglican bishop in England in Westminster Abbey who died. Before this bishop died, he asked his assistant to write in his tomb the following words, and I would like to share this with you. When I was young and free, and my imagination had no limits, I dreamed of changing the world. As I grew older and wiser, I discovered the world would not change. So I shortened my sights somewhat and decided to change only my country. But it too seemed immovable. As I grew into my twilight years, in one last desperate attempt, I settled for changing only my family, those closest to me, but alas, they would have none of it. And now, as I lie on my deathbed, I suddenly realize if I had only changed myself first, then, by example, I would have changed my family. From my family's inspiration and encouragement, I would then have been able to better my country, and who knows, I may have even changed the world. So it is very clear, my dear brothers and sisters, if we want to change the world, we have to start with ourselves first. Our mind and body should unite together, centered on God. And then we become at peace with ourselves. We are a person who is actually at peace. And this peace within myself can be projected to my family, to the society, to the nation, and to the world. So the conclusion is very simple. Peace begins with me. When my mind and body unite together, centered on God, I live for the sake of others naturally. I sacrifice for the sake of others, and I become a person who contributes to peace because I myself, within me, there is peace. So, who will win this conflict between mind and body? We know that from the fall, the body was controlled by Satan. Through the bodily desires, Satan controlled man, and the body became another positive. In fact, it's a false positive. But the mind or the conscience will never give up the position of being positive. So both positive, the conscience or the mind, and the body, a very strong positive, they fight each other, they repel each other, and finally, this kind of conflict will never end. It will never end because the mind will never give up to become positive, and the body also insists to become another positive. So Satan controls this world continuously. Satan wins this war if the body will continuously control the conscience and control the mind. This is the reality of the world today, the reality of every individual today. How can we end this never-ending story of war? We have to let God dwell in our mind, in our conscience, and that by putting God first, God is number one, the priority in our lives. Then our mind will regain the necessary strength so that this power from God given to the mind and to our conscience can control the body. And once the body is controlled by the mind or the conscience, then Satan cannot do anything. He can be disconnected from our body, and our body becomes holy body. It becomes the body of God on earth. And then our mind and body will naturally unite together as one. And we become a good person, a God-centered person, a person who naturally lives for the sake of others, a person who is at peace. And with myself, within myself there is peace. And this can be projected to the society, to the nation, and to the world. And a world of lasting peace, which is God's original design, will be realized. So I'd like to thank you for listening to this topic. Please listen to our next topic. And our next topic, that will be part 8, will be entitled, how to unite the mind and the body. Thank you very much.